Hi. On part of health session, health is also your mental health. Your mental health has to stay sharp, and there's a lot of mental illness nowadays because people are just not being very watchful about what they do and what they eat. And I know that eating from a can has been linked to Parkinson's, it's been linked to um, arthritis and a lot of other types of diseases. And so I would recommend that you consult with your doctor, obviously, but mental health is an issue. And one of the ways that you could take care of your mental health is by supplementing with fruits and veggies in a capsule. And I'm not trying to push that, but it's just one of the best products that I've tried throughout the course of my life. But if you don't, then at least take some vitamins um, that could help you, because there's a lot of products out there, but not all of them are the best. However, you do need to supplement and take certain things so that it could help you with your mental clarity. There's a doctor that specializes on brain health, and he talks about having a smoothie of blueberries and strawberries and it being really healthy for you and mixing it with coconut. There's a lot of oils like avocado oil, olive oil that are something that we need to implement into our diets, not only to expel the wrong cholesterol in our bodies, but also to give the right oils into our brain because our brain needs oils and fats and stuff like that too. The healthy type of fats are avocado, coconut, and we could actually take in a spoon and it's good for our health. Um, and so, mental health also requires that we have a moment of silence because there's so much noise all around that it really could frustrate us. And we need to sit back and learn how to relax. And we need to sit back and learn how to unwind. And rest is important. I do believe that we should be taking a Sabbath rest where it's the day that we honor God for all of his creation and everything that he's done. And that we could sit back and give him honor and glory for the creation that he's made. And also to pause and get back and gather yourself so that you could be able to be a functional human being because you can't go 24/7, 7 days a week without having some sort of like medical condition eventually following up or you aging faster. So it is essential that we do take a break, and that's actually something that God instituted, and He put in His Word that we need rest. So I'm not saying that all the time, but there is a moment of a pause, and I think that's also part of our mental health. And there's a lot of people that are toxic. We should try to stay away from them. I mean, if we can't avoid them, that's fine. But we need to try the best that we practice mental health by being careful what we're listening to, being careful even what we watch, because the brain doesn't understand the difference between reality and false. And there's a lot of images and videos and things that could look very real, and your mind believes it. It's kind of like you're also engaging in whatever it is that you're watching. So I do say that you should be careful what you watch. Um, I do think that watching pornography is very damaging to the brain, as is cocaine. And they've actually done studies where they show very similar brain patterns of people that have done cocaine and drugs versus somebody that watches pornography. Pornography is an addicting thing, and that's why it's such a big industry. But it's not necessarily what's holy for you to watch, and it's not right for you to consume. And most people will excuse it because they're doing it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. And also, it's linked to other things where it's been linked to human trafficking where they're using women to exploit them in that area. And it's because there's a demand for it. And I would say that we really need to guard our hearts and we need to guard our minds. And our minds are like a canvas. We need to make sure that we're putting the right things in it. You know, if you put crap in, you're going to get crap out. If you put in good things, then you're going to have a clean heart and a clean mind. And so we need to be very mindful of what we're actually doing and what we're watching and the books that we're reading, because we are a byproduct of the things that we listen to, the things that we watch, and what we eat. So we need to be careful, and we need to understand that what we eat matters, what we watch matters, and what we hear matters. And we need to be intentional about the things that we're putting in ourselves, because we will reflect whatever it is that we're consuming. And your eyes are also a gateway, and you need to protect your eyes. Again, if you're watching the wrong things, you're participating in the wrong things. Your brain doesn't understand the difference between reality and fake. So be careful what you're watching. Take care of your health. Be mindful of that, and stay away from anything that could be close to cocaine, because we know cocaine destroys lives. Drugs destroy lives. Pornography has destroyed many marriages, and it continues to do so. And we need to see it for what it is. It's a drug. It's a drug. We were not designed for that. And people that are specialists in marriages, they say that it's a lot better when a marriage doesn't have that, because it's going to be more pure of a relationship versus the artificial stuff, which could make it more demanding. And then spouses could start looking at our significant other as an object, as opposed to, you know, looking at them with love and respect, going back to the thing about relationships. And so we really need to be intentional on what we're consuming, because it ultimately does affect our mental health. And there's also mental exercises that one could do by playing games, matching games. Those things could make your brain exercise and never stop learning. I always say, my quote, Vhan's quote, is, "We are students for life." And we're never going to be done learning. There's always going to be something new that we need to learn. We can never think that we are better than anybody else. But we have to understand that we are all in this path, in this journey of life, and that we're all learning something, and that we'll continue to learn something. Some things are painful that we're going to have to learn, but we need to overcome them. Again, by the right books that we listen to, by the right things that we're listening to, and be mindful, or this mind that God has given us, it's an organ and it needs to be taken care of. And mental health has become a thing of mental health awareness. There's such a thing as that. And so we need to be aware that the foods that we eat are going to affect our brain, that the things that we watch are going to affect the way that we think. And we just need to be mindful of it. And by being mindful of it, we're going to start implementing better decisions.